Hey everybody, and welcome back here to my channel and to another episode of Coaster Beach Studios. I'm carrying on today with the Jurassic Park area of the park, and I wanted to get in there and actually do the station for the flying coaster, the Pterodactyl. This is based, of course, on the Flying Dinosaur roller coaster at Universal Japan. Basically, the station for the one in Japan is kind of themed on the inside, but not too much on the outside from what I could gather from pictures. Now, I wanted to do my own station, my own version. I placed some pieces down on the floor. This is a method that seems to be working really well for me at the moment. I've placed pieces down that I think I will use, different wall textures, some shapes and things, and I use the picker tool and I select those pieces along the way. Of course, I add more pieces in as I go along, but this method seems to be working out really cool. So I'm trying to do some like textured roofs. I'm doing this by adding beams on the 8 grid along the roof there, and I'm changing the colors of them slightly just to give them a bit more of a look and a texture. And basically I'm just going to do half on this one side, and then I'm going to save that half as a blueprint and actually transfer it onto the other side and then take it from there. So this build, I had no idea what I was doing. I knew obviously that I had the Jurassic Park look that I wanted to achieve, and I'd already built some things in the park like the River Adventure, etc., where I had done some Jurassic Park theming. So I kind of knew what pieces I was going to use because I'd used them already in other builds. So I knew that that was not going to be too much of a problem. But it was just figuring out kind of the look and the style. So as you can see at the moment, the station is actually very blocky. So I want to try and change that by adding something on the side to make it a little bit less symmetrical. And I thought by adding a watchtower would be like a really good idea to kind of break that up a little bit. So I'm adding like an extra big chunky section here on the side, and I'm going to do like a watchtower just where the entrance to the station is. So I think that would be a nice little addition. I found these black and yellow stripy wall pieces. I think they're from like wall. I can't remember what the mod's called now. It's like a wall set, a wall add-on set, and it has these different pieces in there. There's some waves, there's some stripy things, but they are literally perfect for Jurassic Park theming. I'm so glad I found them. So they look really, really cool. If I hadn't have found those, maybe I wouldn't have thought of using that within the build. But sometimes, yeah, like I say, I find pieces and I think, oh wow, that'd be great for this kind of theme, and then I keep it in mind and add it to like my little floor collection that I do here, and then I can really see the pieces and I can kind of visualize how they're going to go together. This whole build though was really like trial and error. It just kind of happened to turn out quite smooth. Like the process of building this wasn't too much like back and forward trial and error. I kind of just really enjoyed what I was doing from the get-go, and it all kind of came together quite nicely. I thought pipes and adding some different kind of vents and things onto this building would make it look really that extra little bit more Jurassic Park. So I'm going ahead and actually adding a lot of pipe work and stuff. There's a little bit there on the front that I just did. I'm going to do more on the back. The back side unfortunately actually won't be seen by the guests. It's going to back onto a backstage area in the park. Oh yeah, and another thing is I'm actually building outside of the park map right now. As I've said before, I find that a little bit better to handle. Like sometimes when you're building in the park, one, there's too many things in the park, so the game can run a little bit slow, and two, with everything around where you're trying to build, it can be a bit overwhelming. So to take it to another map actually is a little bit more clearer for me to do. So that's what I've done here. And basically I made like a quick count of the grid of the station just to check how big it was, and then I just kind of measured it out into another map and then took it from there. Put a piece of flying roller coaster station down just as a template, and then I'm just building around that. So I also found that this chimney piece from the details section of the menu works out really, really well for this Jurassic Park look. So I'm really happy that I decided to use those as well, and I've used them throughout the whole area. So the other side of the station where the train would come into, I wanted to do like some sort of like a shutting gate. So maybe they keep like a pterodactyl inside this building, and the gate there is maybe to let that out or whatever they do. And so I've gone ahead and actually done like a kind of gate look thing. I've just kind of played around there with that idea. I found this really nice kind of looking gate piece in the wall textures, which is quite a new mod, I believe. So that worked out really, really well. So basically when this is complete, I'm just going to save this little station as a blueprint, of course, and then I'm going to open up the map and then place it down and then finish the kind of area around it. Like I said, this backs onto a backstage area, so I need to do that. I still need to finish the backstage area actually, and then the front of it just doing like the exit and everything, I'm going to do as well. So once this is done, I'm going to save it as a blueprint, of course, and then I'm going to take it over into the map and place it down, and then I'm going to finish up, you know, the exit and put all the foliage in, etc., and tidy it up a little bit. So I'm going to take you after this time lapse into the actual map and show you around in like a real time, no time lapse, and just kind of show you what I got on with and how it's coming together. So here I am into the map now, and as you know, I've said before, I'm having a few troubles with recording with my game at the same time. The frame rate drops when I record, and so I haven't been able to record everything, but I've been recording like the main things. So I've made like a nice little Jurassic Park entrance here. Didn't want to copy the real one too much, but definitely resembles it in a way. And then over here, of course, we have the nice entrance that Astrotron made for me with the nice dinosaur there. And we have the path going up, which I showed you in the last video. And over here, as you can see, we have the station that I made in the time lapse today. So I think it looks really, really cool. Some of the details can't be seen just because of the foliage, etc. But I think it's in a nice position and I like how it looks. And then over here, just on the right, we do have a backstage area, which isn't complete yet. So I need to kind of figure out how I'm going to connect all this up with the riverboat ride over here. But in the last episode, of course, Astrotron made some dinosaurs for me, so that was really, really cool. And I made the visitor center, which is just over here. So I've placed that down over there, as you saw. So yeah, it's shaping up now to actually look really, really cool. I really like it. I did the exit over here, actually, for the coaster, which is basically just like a simple kind of dome cone shape with some wooden pillars there to act as walls, and I think it's a nice simple resolution there for the exit, like a little gift shop maybe. So yeah, it's coming on really well. I'm really happy with this area. I didn't want to like move on to another area really until I'd really got this part down solid. So now I'm really happy with how that's looking. I'm going to move on now and start doing basically more of like the entrance plaza area, more of like the kind of studios, kind of main street, kind of the New York style, Hollywood style kind of area. And then I'll move on from there, and I've got some ideas as well to do some mummy themes. I want to do a Harry Potter theme. I'm thinking about maybe doing some like Minion stuff, very, you know, Universal Studios, which is what this is inspired by. So give me a thumbs up today if you've enjoyed this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. It really does help me out, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!